If every night you go to bed feeling like, despite taking care of yourself, your belly isn't shrinking, or even seems to be growing, today I want to help you understand why this is happening and how you can start fixing it with something as simple as what you do before going to sleep. Many people are unknowingly promoting the buildup of abdominal fat during the final hours of the day. It's a silent habit that raises insulin, blocks fat burning, and ultimately feeds the most dangerous type of fat, visceral fat. And what's most concerning is that even those who eat healthy, exercise, or practice fasting continue making this mistake night after night without realizing it. Let me explain this clearly. Your body doesn't function the same way during the day as it does at night. During the day, it's designed to move, eat, burn energy, and stay active. But when night comes, everything should shift. Your body needs to enter a state of deep rest, repair, and internal balance. When you sleep well, your body activates essential processes. Hormones are released that help regenerate tissues, support muscle maintenance, balance the nervous system, and promote fat usage as an energy source. It's as if your body has a night shift dedicated to repairing you from within. And here's something very important you need to understand. One of the key hormones in this process is growth hormone. It doesn't just support recovery, it also plays a direct role in how your body handles fat. But for all of this to work properly, your body needs the right conditions. And this is where the real problem begins. Your body cannot burn fat efficiently when insulin is elevated. Insulin is necessary, yes, but it also sends a very clear message to your body: store energy. And in many cases, that means storing fat. If you go into the night with high insulin levels, your body doesn't switch into fat-burning mode, it switches into storage mode. Instead of using those early hours of sleep to repair and tap into stored energy, your body stays busy processing what you just ate. And when this happens night after night, the fat that accumulates the most is the most harmful kind: visceral fat. As a doctor, this is what concerns me the most. Because it's not just about what you see in the mirror. It's not only about a soft belly or tighter clothes. Visceral fat is deep, inflammatory, and metabolically active. It surrounds vital organs like the liver, pancreas, intestines, and even the heart. It's not just sitting there passively. It interferes with how your body functions, increases inflammation, and contributes to issues like insulin resistance, high triglycerides, fatty liver, high blood pressure, and that constant fatigue many people have come to accept as normal, when it's not. I've seen many cases like this in my practice. I remember a patient in his mid-50s who exercised and ate fairly well, yet couldn't lose his belly. He felt frustrated. When we reviewed his routine, we found one detail: every night before bed, he would eat something light. Once we adjusted that habit, his body started responding within weeks. It wasn't a lack of effort, it was poor timing. So I want you to ask yourself a few honest questions. Do you wake up between 2 and 4 a.m. for no clear reason? Do you crave sweets at night even after dinner? Do you feel hungry right before going to bed? Do you struggle to lose belly fat despite doing things right? Do you wake up tired, like you didn't truly rest? None of this is random. These are often signs that your nighttime metabolism is out of sync. And when your nights are off, your belly reflects it. The problem is that most people think their metabolism is slow or broken, when in reality, what's off is something much simpler: their nighttime routine. Think about how your day ends. You eat late, then something sweet, then your phone, TV, maybe a show, sometimes a drink to relax, and without realizing it, in just a few hours you combine several factors that directly affect your metabolism: late eating, mental stimulation, artificial light, and a body that never fully winds down. It's the perfect storm for building deep abdominal fat. In the past, people lived more in sync with natural rhythms. Today, we live glued to screens and irregular schedules. And even though life has changed, your body still follows the same biological rules. It needs light in the morning, real rest at night, less food late in the day, and clear gaps between meals. But today, we do the opposite, and then wonder why belly fat won't go away. There's one habit in particular that has a huge impact: eating too close to bedtime, especially when it involves sugary foods or snacks that seem harmless. It could be dessert, bread, yogurt with something sweet, cereal, fruit with honey, or something light. But your body doesn't care what you call it. If it raises blood sugar and insulin at the wrong time, the effect is the same. Fat burning slows down. When you eat late, your blood sugar rises. Then insulin rises. And that insulin can stay elevated for hours, right when your body most needs to enter deep repair mode. So something happens that you don't see, but makes all the difference. You go to bed thinking everything is fine, but inside, your body is still working on storing and processing instead of repairing and using stored fat. That invisible difference is what separates someone who gradually improves from someone who stays stuck in the same situation. Now imagine two scenarios. In the first one, you eat late, snack before bed, and go to sleep with high insulin levels. Your body doesn't fully enter recovery mode. Fat burning decreases, and your rest isn't truly restorative. In the second scenario, you stop eating earlier, reduce stimulation, allow your body to slow down, and insulin drops. Now your body enters a much more favorable state for repair and fat utilization. It's the same person, even the same calories during the day, but the hormones are different. And when hormones change, results change. Many people realize this too late. They exercise, improve their diet, try to take care of themselves, but keep a small nighttime habit that cancels out much of their effort. Something that seems minor, a sweet, a snack, a drink, cereal before bed. And because it feels small, they think it doesn't matter. But in many cases, that detail matters more than everything else they're doing right. And I want you to remember this. If you've been trying to lose belly fat and haven't succeeded, it doesn't mean you're failing. Often, no one explained how your body truly works at night. You were told about calories, exercise, discipline, but not about the moment your body decides whether to store or burn energy. You weren't told that deep sleep is also part of your metabolism. And once you understand this, everything starts to make sense. Because eating late isn't the only mistake affecting your nighttime metabolism. There's another silent factor that disrupts sleep quality, stress regulation, and blood sugar control during the night, and many people don't even realize they have it. I'm talking about a very common deficiency in adults that leads to lighter sleep, higher cortisol levels, unstable blood sugar, and increased cravings, especially at night. And when your body spends the night in a state of stress, one area tends to suffer the most: your abdomen. Visceral fat is highly sensitive to stress hormones, especially cortisol. And do you know what I'm referring to? Magnesium. Not because it's a trend or a miracle fix, but because it plays a role in hundreds of processes in your body. It supports your nervous system, helps regulate insulin sensitivity, contributes to muscle relaxation, and plays an important role in sleep quality. When magnesium levels are adequate, your body can more easily enter a deep, restorative state. But when it's lacking, everything starts to fall out of balance. And this is more common than you think. Many people have low magnesium levels due to poor diet, processed foods, chronic stress, certain medications, or digestive issues that affect absorption. When your body doesn't have enough magnesium, it shows up in subtle but persistent ways: fragmented sleep, muscle tension, fatigue, lower stress tolerance, nighttime awakenings, and difficulty reaching deep rest. And here's the key point. If you're not sleeping deeply, you're missing a crucial part of your body's nighttime metabolic repair. Not only do you wake up tired, but also hungrier, with worse blood sugar control and a greater tendency to keep storing abdominal fat. I've seen this often in my practice. I remember a patient who told me, "Doctor, I sleep, but I don't feel rested." She woke up multiple times during the night and felt anxious about food the next day. When we reviewed her routine and diet, we found clear signs of low magnesium intake. With simple adjustments, her sleep improved, and so did her appetite control. The change was gradual but very noticeable. So understand this. Improving your nights isn't about a quick fix, it's about restoring the basic conditions your body needs. It's not about extreme diets. It's about respecting simple but powerful habits. First, try to stop eating at least 3 hours before bedtime. If you usually go to bed at 11, aim to finish your last meal by 8. Second, reduce exposure to bright screens at night. It's not that your phone is bad, but the light and stimulation trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making deep sleep harder. Third, aim for consistent sleep and wake times. In many cases, waking up at the same time every day is even more important than going to bed at the exact same time. It helps regulate your biological rhythm. Fourth, take a close look at whether your diet is supporting your sleep or sabotaging it. And let me speak directly to you if you're thinking, "Doctor, I feel hungry before bed." I understand. But in most cases, that hunger doesn't start at night. It's the result of what happened earlier in the day. It can come from blood sugar spikes, low-protein breakfasts, long periods of stress, eating too little during the day, or arriving at night overly hungry, or even from poor sleep over time. In other words, that nighttime hunger is often not a true need. It's the consequence of earlier imbalance. That's why your dinner matters too. A balanced meal with quality protein, vegetables, and healthy fats, and fewer refined carbs and sugars, helps keep you more stable. You'll feel more satisfied, experience fewer cravings, reduce the urge to snack before bed, and gain better control over your nighttime routine. And that simple change can make a powerful difference in how your body works while you sleep, and how your belly responds over time. Many people ask me, "Doctor, I already fast. Why do I still have belly fat?" And again, the answer is simple. Fasting alone doesn't fix a disorganized metabolic night. You can fast for hours, but if insulin stays high at night, if sleep is poor, if stress is elevated, your body will still struggle to burn fat. So it's not just about how long you fast. It's about when you stop eating, how you sleep, and what hormonal signals you create before bedtime. This is where metabolic flexibility becomes essential. It's your body's ability to switch between fuel sources, using glucose when needed and fat when appropriate. When this flexibility is lost, you'll notice frequent cravings, unstable energy, poor sleep, and stubborn belly fat. And a big part of restoring that flexibility happens at night, when your body can go hours without food while maintaining a balanced hormonal environment. That's why your nighttime routine matters so much. People also ask if magnesium from food is enough. Ideally, foods like seeds, legumes, leafy greens, unsweetened cocoa, and nuts can help. But in reality, many people don't eat enough of these, or their diet lacks essential nutrients. This doesn't mean everyone needs supplements, but it does mean you should honestly evaluate the quality of your diet. And there's one more thing we need to address: alcohol. Many people use it to relax before bed. Just one drink, they say. But even that can disrupt your sleep more than you realize. It may help you fall asleep faster, but it doesn't improve sleep quality. Alcohol interferes with deep sleep and REM sleep, increases sleep fragmentation, and worsens the metabolic environment at night. If you're struggling with belly fat, fatigue, or cravings, this is a habit worth rethinking. Let me summarize this clearly. Fat loss doesn't depend only on what you do during the day. It depends heavily on what happens while you sleep. Your nighttime routine affects your hormones. Your hormones affect your metabolism. And your metabolism determines whether your body stores fat or starts using it. I've seen this time and time again. I remember a patient who was doing many things right but wasn't progressing. We adjusted his nighttime routine, especially his dinner timing and sleep quality, and within weeks, he noticed changes: less bloating, better rest, and gradual waist reduction. It wasn't magic, it was alignment. When you improve your nights, changes start showing up in ways you didn't expect. You sleep better, wake up clearer, have fewer cravings, feel less bloated, and your belly gradually responds. I'm not promising overnight results, but I can tell you this with confidence. When your body is no longer in chaos, it starts responding much better. If you want to begin, keep it simple. For several days, stop eating at least 3 hours before bed. Make dinner balanced, not loaded with sugar and refined carbs. Lower the lights, reduce screen time, keep your room dark and cool, and wake up at a consistent time. Then observe how you sleep, how you feel in the morning, your cravings, your energy, your waistline. Because your body always gives signals when it starts to feel safe enough to repair. And I want you to remember this final idea. Losing belly fat isn't about fighting your body, it's about communicating with it better. For years, you may have been sending mixed signals, wanting to improve, but giving your body stress, late meals, light, and poor sleep at night. Your body doesn't respond to what you want, it responds to the signals it receives. And when those signals change, the results change. If you can fix your nights, you gain a huge advantage in your metabolic health. Because night is not a passive time, it's a critical window. It determines how you wake up, with more hunger or more control, more inflammation or more recovery, more anxiety or more balance. When that improves, losing visceral fat stops feeling impossible and becomes a much more logical, achievable process. I'm Dr. Gabriel Mena, and I truly hope this message helped you see something that often goes unnoticed. Because that small habit before bed, the one most people ignore, might be the one having the biggest impact on your belly. If you found this helpful, take a moment to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who could benefit from it. Sometimes a simple change can make a powerful difference in someone's life. Let me know in the comments if you connected with anything we discussed today. I'd love to hear from you. And before you go, I'd like to invite you to take a moment to thank God for your life, for your body, and for the opportunity to learn how to care for your health better each day. That simple act can also transform how you approach your well-being. On this channel, we're truly happy to support you on your journey to better health and stronger habits. Every day we share practical, clear, and meaningful content designed with you in mind. We'll have a new video tomorrow, and I'd love for you to join us again. Your health matters, and here, you'll always find guidance to improve it.